right? So this is the most simplest format to write the algorithm. Next one is flow chart. You all know this. Yes or no? What is flow chart? Tell me. What is flow chart? Diagrammatical representation of algorithm. So whenever I say start, for start, I don't write it start. I just write oval. Okay. Oval means it is start. Last oval means it is stop. What is a diagram to represent reading? Tell me. Rectangle is computation. Parallelogram. Right? So what I do is, if I write something like this oval, it means that we are starting. If I say parallelogram, it means that we are reading. I did not again say read A comma B. If I just say A comma B, by looking at this symbol, it is understood that it is reading statement. Okay, right? So next, if I want to perform some computation, I just write a rectangle, then I say A plus B. Are you understanding? Right? What is the simplest way to design the algorithm? You can use simple English like statement. What is another way? It is flowchart. Now, what is the main disadvantage of this? Flowchart means if a problem to be solved is very small, okay, number of lines are very less, then we can design flowchart. Okay, if there is a statement containing 100 statements, if there is a problem which contains 100 steps, can you go on designing this flowchart? Is it okay? No. Yes or no? Where do you draw it? We have to take our notebooks and we have to draw it. Continuously we have to turn on pages. Okay. There is a symbol which represents what is connected also. Okay. So basically one drawback of this thing is flowchart is for small problems we can use it. It is very easy. But if the problem is more complex, I cannot use it. What is the main problem of this one? Simple English. It becomes more simple. Okay. It is just like storytelling. It is not like how to solve the problem. It will not give any idea. If you take first step, it becomes storytelling. If you take second step, it becomes more complex when the problem to be solved is more complicated. Okay. Now what is the third way? Third way is the most simplest and efficient way, that is pseudocode representation. Okay. PSUEDOCOD, pseudocode. Can anybody tell me what is pseudocode? Students, those who are online, can you tell me what is pseudocode? Yes? What is
The logic
algorithm?
is
Algorithm is okay. What flowchart? It is a diagrammatical representation of problem to be solved. Now, what is pseudocode now? What is pseudocode? What is the main difference between algorithm and pseudocode? In first year, you have learned it.
the code used in a program.
What is that?
The logical code used in a program.
See, we are trying to represent. I'm telling you what is pseudocode. Pseudocode is representation of logic by using keywords of the language. What is that? Representation of logic by using keywords of any language. Now, how many languages you know so far? Only C you know, right? Now, what are the keywords of C? Can you tell me how many keywords are there in C programming? How many keywords? 32. What is simplest keywords to start with? Include. First one is include. Next int, float, char, double, if else, switch. Right? Yes or no? Static, register. So basically 32 keywords are there. You can use those keywords to represent the logic of the program. Okay. Now in our entire subject, we will be writing the pseudocode. Okay. We are not writing the first format English language. We are not writing flowchart. What we are trying to write? We are trying to write pseudocode. What is pseudocode? It is a representation of logic of the program by using keywords of any language. Okay. So this one we will start Now in order to start our first problem, what we will do is, we will try to understand what are the specifications of algorithm. Okay. Now let us say what are the specifications. Okay. Or you can call it as algorithm specification. Algorithm specification. Okay. Now what is this? Whenever you have started understanding C language, what is the first topic you might have came across? What is the structure of the C program? Yes or no? What is the structure of the C program? First is preprocessor directives, header files, then comes void main, then becomes block. Now inside that, the first part is declaration, then computation, then output, then outside that we call it as user defined functions. Yes or no? Right? So like that, if you want to design your own algorithm, how you have to design? I told you that in this subject we are going to only design the algorithm in terms of pseudocode. Okay. So how to do that we will see. Now if I want to represent a comment, as usual it will start with two front slash. Okay. Now where you can use comments now? Wherever it is required you can use it. Whenever you are trying to write more complicated mathematical operations, in that you can just put two front slash, you can write that this is the statement which performs this task. Okay, right? So how to write a comment in algorithm? Just write two front slash. Next comes block. Okay. Now you can ask me one thing. What we are trying to say is how to design the algorithm, how to write algorithm. I told that we are going to create pseudocode. Okay. Now pseudocode means what? We have to use keywords or the structure of any language along with this one, logic of the program. Okay. So if you talk about C programming, this is called as single line comment. If you talk about C++ comment, the same comment is there. In Java also same comment is there. Are you understanding? So comment representation in pseudocode is two front slash. Then comes block. Now see, what is block? What is block? Whenever you write something like void main, okay, void main, you write opening and closing bracket. Yes or no? Now what is block? Block means it is a space where it is holding all the statements. Okay. If you write your own user defined function, it requires a block. If you want to write your algorithm in terms of pseudocode, it requires block. Okay. So all the statements, all the computation statements, we keep it inside opening and closing bracket. Okay. How we represent block in the pseudocode? It is same again. In C also it is same, Java also it is same, C++ also it is. Okay. So this is next one. Next one is how do we write identifiers? Can anybody tell me what is identifiers? How do we write identifiers? What is identifier? Can you tell me?
Keywords.
Yes. Somebody is trying to answer.
So
Sitting
keywords.
at home, somebody is trying to answer.
The keywords.
Keywords are identifiers. So can I call int as identifier?
Yes, sir.
Int, float, char, double, that we can call it as identifiers. Any other definition of identifier? Yes. The next question is, can you tell me what is the difference between variable and identifier? Variable means what? What is variable? Huh? It stores the value. See, int, float, char, double, these are the keywords. Keywords cannot become identifiers. Okay. Now my next question is, What is the difference between variable and identifier?
Identifiers are fixed.
Now if I write something like int a, in this, can you tell me what is int? Int is a keyword. What is a? A is a variable name. This a we can call it as identifier also. Okay. All the variable names are identifiers. Not all identifiers becomes variable. Now see, if I write something like this one, void, okay, void add int a comma int b. Now can you tell me what is variable, what is identifier, what is keyword in this? What is this void? Keyword. Void is a keyword. What is add? Can I call it as variable now? No. Are you understanding the difference? What is identifier? Identifier means it is a name given to a location. See, program function names can become identifier. Variable names can also become identifier. Okay? But not all identifiers become variable. Did you understand? So this function name I can call it as identifier. This I cannot call it as identifier, it is a keyword. Now similarly this is keyword, this is variable name, identifier name, variable name, identifier. Okay? So when you are trying to design a pseudocode, how we can write identifier? That is the question. Identifier as it just starts with a letter. Okay? Simple. It starts with a letter means A. I can just go on writing ABC. I can write number 1, number 2, or let us say add 1, add 2. Anything is okay. Okay. If you write character, then also okay. If you write letter, then also it is okay. So all the identifiers, they start with a character or they start with a letter. That's all. They start with a letter means I can just write add 1. Now add. This is okay. I cannot just write 1 or 2 or 3 or 4. See, you all know what are the rules and regulations for setting the variables. That same thing comes here. Okay. So next one is, how do we write assignment statements? Assignment statements. Okay. So how to write assignment statements? We just write like this: variable name, then we write colon, then we write equal to, then value. Okay. So in this subject, whenever we are trying to design algorithm, we are going to use this specification. I cannot write however I want. Manasik bandan barakaagilla. Okay. So whenever in C program, if I want to write equal to, I can write C equal to A plus B. Here, what I have to write? I have to just give a colon. Okay, right? Now, variable equal to value means, just assume that variable is sum, value means it is 30. Simple example. Okay, so 30 is a value and variable is sum. Sum is a variable. Okay, so this is how we use assignment statements. Next comes logical operations. Logical operations. Can anybody tell me what are the logical operations you have seen in C language? Logical operations. Or, and, then, or, and. Huh? Not. In pseudocode also I can just write this. You know what is or and not. Okay? Not is a unary operator. Unary means what? It needs only one operand, that's all. Okay? So if I just something like not, if I write something like not of 10, can anybody tell me what is the answer I get? 0. Okay? It just flips the value. If it is a positive value, it makes it 0. If it is 0 value, it makes it 1. Okay? Right. So these are the logical operations. Next comes relational operations. Now you tell me what are the relational operators you have seen. Yes. Less than, equal to, okay, greater than equal to. So these are what? Relational operators. Okay. Then next comes Boolean operations. Can you tell me what are the Boolean operations you have seen? True or false. Simple. So the first Boolean operation is true and next one is false. I cannot write 0 or 1. We have to write true or false. That's all. Okay. Right. So the fifth algorithm specification is how we design, how we write logical operation, relational operation and Boolean operations. Okay. Right. Next comes how we use looping statements, loops. Okay. How many looping statements you have seen in C language? For, while, do while. Okay. So the same for while we use here, but instead of calling do while, we say repeat until. Are you understanding? Okay. So let us say how we write algorithm specification for. We have to start with for. Okay. Initial value to final value. Okay. Initial value to final value. Do opening bracket, closing bracket, statement. Okay. Now see, this is how we write for loop in pseudocode. Instead of calling initial or final, you can just say lower bound and upper bound. Lower bound and upper bound. Okay. Same it is. You can see how we write for I equal to 1, I less than equal to some condition, I plus plus. Instead of telling that, what we do is we set initial value and final value. For example, let us assume that I want to print all the numbers from 1 to 10. How do I write here? How do I write? I just write for I equal to 1 to I equal to 10. Opening bracket, closing bracket. I just say print I. That's all. Okay. We don't write conditions. And this do is required. We have to write do. Okay. So either you can call it as lower bound to upper bound, or you can call it as initial to final. Okay. So this is how we write for loop. Next comes while loop. Now whatever we have written in C program, same syntax you can carry here. Okay. While we say condition. While condition. Statement 1. Okay. Next statement. That's all. Okay. While condition. What is condition now? Condition means what? What is a condition? For example, let us say I want to print the value from 1 to 10. I just write I less than equal to 10. I less than equal to 10. That is a condition. If that condition is true, we execute this statement. If condition is false, this statement won't execute. This statement will execute. Okay? Right? So this is what while. For is very simple. While is also simple. Just like C program, we take while also. What is the last one? Do while. So in C language, we write it as do while. Here we have to call it as repeat until. Okay. Now what I do is I just write repeat. What we have to repeat? We use a block. What we have to repeat? statement. Okay, we repeat a statement until condition. That's all. Until condition. So this is how we are going to write a looping statement. Okay. So these are the looping statements. Next comes how to access the values present in the array. Now tell me, how do you refer to array? How do you refer array? Yes. Let us assume that I have 10 numbers. Okay. 10 numbers, they are present in array called A. So we have something called 1, 2, 3 up to 10. Now what I am trying to say is how to access the value from array. How to access the value from array. Say I just want to access fifth location value and print it on the monitor. How do you do it? You have to see how do you do it. We write the same thing we are going to write. We have to use name of the array. Okay. Then we have to use this one. We don't use square bracket. We have to just use index of. Okay. So instead of square bracket, we have to use this bracket. Okay. Just assume that I want to access a value from two-dimensional array. What is two-dimensional array? Matrix. Okay. So in that case, what I have to do? I, comma, j. That's all. Okay. So this is a algorithm specification to access value from the array. Okay. To access value from the array. The next comes how to write a decision making statement. Seventh algorithm specification is how to write decision making statement. How to write decision making statement. Now what are the decision making statements we have in C? If condition statement. Okay, this is for if statement, and next is else statement. If condition, okay, statement one, else statement two. This is how we use if and if else. Okay, we don't use semicolons. That's all. While writing a C program, at the end of each and every line, we give semicolon. Here we don't use semicolon. Okay. So what is the algorithm specification for if? If condition, if this condition is true, statement will execute. Otherwise, it won't execute. Okay. Right. Now what is if and else? If this condition is true, statement 1 will execute, else statement 2 will execute. Simple. Next comes how to write a switch. How to write a switch. What can anybody tell me what is the difference between if else and switch? Can you tell me what is the difference between if else and switch? If means what? If else means what? And switch means what?
It is used for simple conditions and it is used for relational conditions, means true which is true or false.
Say for example, let us assume that value of A is 10. If A is equal to 10, print A value. Can anybody tell me what is the output of this? We write something like this in C, printf percentage D. Can anybody tell me what is the value of this? If I write a program, compile and run, what is the output we get? 10. Now see here, A value is 5. Can anybody tell me what is the output we get? When you compile and run the program, what you get? When you compile and run the value, that program, what you get? Huh? Now the next question is, see here, A is 10. If A is equal to 10, this one, I just say print here, hello. Okay. Now, can anybody tell me what is the output now? We get output something like hello. If I say A is 5, now you tell me what is the output? Hello. Just hello. Now, what is the meaning of if? If is, if this condition is true, immediate below statement executes. Okay. If this condition, see, if condition is true, immediate below statement executes, then next statement will execute irrespective of condition is true or false. Okay. Right. Now see, A is 5, condition is false. When condition is false, below statement will not execute, but next statement will execute. If I keep something like this, what is the output in this case? We will not get any output. Okay. If means what? It is trying to check whether that only one condition is true. Unary condition is true. Only one condition is true. Now what is if and else? Tell me. What is if and else? If condition is true, if block executes, else block executes. Any one will execute. But if means what? Condition true idre aste execute agata, otherwise it won't execute. Okay. Now what is switch? Multiple decision making statement. Okay. So in our pseudocode, how we write switch? We write something called as, we just use block. Here you can write switch, condition, same thing, condition, okay, case 1, statement 1, case 2, statement 2. We don't write break, we just go on writing statements, that's all. Case 3, statement 3, okay. So this is how we write switch statement. Here, pseudocode convention for switches, we just write case 1, statement 1, case 2, statement 2, case 3, statement 3. We need not write break, that's all. Okay, that is the only difference. So this is how, what are the convention. Now see, once we have understood what is a convention, next thing is, what is the structure to write the algorithm? Structure means what now? When you want to write an algorithm, I told you that it should be a pseudocode. Pseudocode means we don't write story, we have to just write logic, that's all. We will take 1 or 2 examples, you will understand how to write it. Now the next thing is structure of the algorithm. So structure will start with algorithm. Okay. The first word that we write before writing algorithm is algorithm. Then we give name of the algorithm. You can give any name. It is up to you. If you are trying to solve sorting by using bubble sort, you can just write bubble sort. Okay. Anything you want, you write it. Next comes parameter list. Okay. Now say I use these two things. So first we write input, we write output. Okay. Then I write opening and closing bracket, body of algorithm. Okay. So this is the structure of writing algorithm. Here we write what is the input your algorithm is taking. For example, let us say the algorithm is finding factorial of a n. So I say positive integer value n. Okay. If it is addition of multiplication, I write 2 matrices A and B. Okay. If it is sorting of n numbers, I just say n natural numbers. Okay. It can be positive numbers, it can be negative numbers, or it can be zeros. Okay. Right. What is the output? What output your algorithm generates? For example, if it is a factorial of number, what it generates? Factorial of a number. Okay. So if it is a factorial, what I should do? I have to supply only positive integer number. Can I supply negative integer number for this thing? For generating factorial? No. Okay, you have to write it specifically. I say that positive integer number, what is the output factorial of that number? Okay, so this is how we are going to write algorithm. Can you repeat what we have seen now? We were discussing something about algorithm specification. Now what is the meaning of algorithm specification? If I want to design the algorithm, how I should design it? What is the first thing we have seen? Comment. How do we write comment? To front slash. What is the next thing we have seen? Block. How we write a block? Opening curly bracket and closing curly bracket. Okay. What is the next one? Identifier name. We have to just write a letter. Okay. Anything that starts with the alphabet, that is okay. What is the next thing we have seen? Assignment statement. How do we write assignment statement? Colon equal to variable name colon equal to value. Yes sir. What is the next thing we have seen? Logical operators. What are the logical operators we have seen? Or and nor. Okay. What is the relational operator we have seen? Less than equal to, greater than, greater than. Okay. What is the next thing we have seen? Boolean operators. What are the two Boolean operators we are using? True or false. Okay. What is the next thing we have seen? Looping statements. How many looping statements are there? For, while, do while. How do we write for? For opening bracket, initial value to final value to statement. How to write while? While opening bracket, condition, do statement. Okay. For while also we have to write do. Okay. You make it that correction. Do is there. Whenever condition is true, we have to do something. Okay. What is the last one? Repeat opening and closing bracket until condition. Okay. What is the next one? How to access value of array? How do we access? We write brackets instead of square brackets. That's all. Okay. If you use square bracket also, nothing. Usually what happens? Whatever syntax we have seen in C language, if you are able to write that, that is also okay. I told you that we can use see. If I write like this also, no problem. What is this? Not equal to. Okay. I cannot see. If you write like this also, no problem. Okay. So these are the standards we have to maintain while writing the algorithm. We will take some examples. Next, we have seen how to write a decision making statement. What are the decision making statements? If else, switch. In if, what we have done? If condition statement. Next one, if condition statement 1, else statement 2. Next one, we have seen switch. Same thing, switch condition. We use case 1, statement 1. We need not use break. You can just, if you write colon also, no problem here. Okay, right? It is very simple. Last one is, what is the structure to write algorithm? What is the structure to write algorithm? We have to start with algorithm. We have to give a name of the algorithm. Parameter list. We use comments. You can see comments we are using. I just write a sentence to tell what input it is taking. Okay. Then we write what output it generates. Okay. Yes. This is body. Shall we take one simple example? 1, 2, 3 examples we will take. Then we will move on with the next topic. Take down. Design algorithm. Design algorithm. Design algorithm. To find a smallest number in a list. Design algorithm to find a smallest number in a list. Now list means what? Tell me. What is list? List is array, simple array. Okay. Now see, before we do that, we will take one example. You tell me how to find it. See, just assume that we have array A of 10. Okay. It contains 2, 3, minus 1, 7 and 8. How many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What is the location of minus 1. What is the location of minus 1? 2. What is the position of minus 1? 3. Okay. So list is there. We have to find smallest number in the list. Okay. Now see this list. Tell me what comes to your mind. How do you solve this problem? But now tell me what is the smallest number in this list? How did you tell that minus 1 is smallest? That is my question. Huh? Now see here, when we see this, we tell that minus 1. But how computer should tell that minus 1? We have to design an algorithm in such a way that we have to ask computer to think and tell what is what is the smallest number. Yes, sir. No? Now tell me what has gone inside your mind to tell me that minus 1 is a smallest.
Should compare to all the
Now
numbers.
tell me how did you compare it? How did you compare? I, J don't tell me anything. In a simple. See, if I ask a kid how he will tell me that minus 1 is a small.
We compared each and every number with all.
We compared each and every number with all the numbers. Means how? Shall I need to do something like this? 2 is compared with 3. 2 is compared with minus 1. 2 is compared with 7. 2 is compared with 8. Now which one is smallest number? 2 is compared with the rest, all the numbers. Is it okay?
We should compare to the position of the numbers.
Yes, man. Tell me.
We should compare to the position of the numbers in which the number is
Position
saved.
of the number.
Locations of an array.
Adjacent positions we have to compare.
We should
How we have to
compare.
compare?
We should compare the values which are stored in the position of an array, location of an array.
Location of the array. Now, can you tell me how to do that? One example you take 2, 3, minus 1, 7, 8. You tell me how to do that.
Sir, value of a of 0 should be compared to a of 1 and a of 2.
Only 2 positions we have to compare.
If we take
You are telling that A of 0 should be compared with A of 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Is it what you are trying to tell?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will compare A of 0 with all the numbers. 2 is compared with 3. Which number is small? 2. 2 is compared with minus 1. Which number is small? Minus 1. 2 is compared with 7. Which number is small? 2. 2 is compared with 8. Which number is small? 2. Now where that minus 1 has gone? Is it correct? It is also not correct. What is correct now?
So, compare first position, that is A of 0. When we compare it to the next, if it is different to the given number, then keep it in. Keep the next number as it is. Then go for the next number. If the next number is smaller than the given number, then take the smallest number before the given number. Means swap the position of that.
Position we have to swap or? I will give you 1 minute time. 60 seconds I will give. You have to discuss and tell me how to write a logic. What I am trying to, why I have purposely I have taken this problem because you should understand how to design the algorithm.
After comparing first two numbers, we have to store a smaller number and after that number has to compare.
What is the next comparison then?
Third smallest. After comparing 2 and 3, we have to store a smallest number that is 2 in variable. After that, that 2 we have to compare with minus. Then we have to store a smallest number minus.
You take 60 seconds, tell me how to do that. You don't tell me logic. Logic we can write forward to and what I am telling is, you do like this, then we will get the solution. Somebody has to tell me like that. Okay. First number should be compared with second number. First number should be compared with third number, fourth number. something like that you tell me, then I'll write a logic. That logic will find you what is the smallest number. Big help. But take 60 seconds time to tell me how to do it. Online people, you also tell me. Online students, is class going on properly? Audio and video clear? Students, answer my question.
Yes,
Audio
sir.
and video is clear? Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay. Now you tell me what is the solution, how to solve this problem.
So A of I is compared to A of I plus 1.
A of I is compared with A of I plus 1.
If A of
Okay.
I plus 1
Next.
is greater, then we have to swap the values.
A of I plus 2, then A of I plus 2 is compared with A of I plus 3.
Yes, sir.
Comparison we have to do basically. But how to do the comparison? That is my question.
Sir, comparing A of I with the A of I plus 1, sir, then which value is smaller, we should keep it to A of I, sir. Then
Okay.
the smaller value we should compare with the A of I plus 2, sir.
Hmm.
Then among that which is
Whichever smaller is there, that we have to bring it to A of I. Now see here, shall I do something like this? I take a variable called small. Then I will set A of 0 to that. Okay. Now tell me what we are trying to do. We are trying to keep first location value as small. Okay. Now since we are initially taking this number as a small, what is the next thing we have to do is, small, I will compare with next number. What is there in the small? What is the next number? 3. Which one is small? 2. I will not change this value now. Did you understand? Now I will go for next location value. What is there in next location value? -1. -1 you compare with small. What is there in small? 2. What is there in small? 2. What is there here? -1. Which one is small? Then that you copy here. I have replaced that by -1. Now see what we have done is, we have assumed that first number is small. It is an assumption. I cannot say that 2 itself is a small. I have to go on scanning the list until we reach end of the array. Okay, right? So 2 I compared with 3. Is 2 smaller than 3? Yes, I keep it. Okay. Or is the next number smaller than 2? What is the next number? 3. 3 is it smaller than 2? No. I will not replace. Now compare this small with the next number. What is the next number? -1. -1, is it less than current small? Yes. I take that here. Now our task is not over. Still numbers are there. Okay. Compare this small with next number. What is there in next number? 7. Is 7 smaller than -1? No. I will not copy it. When we have to copy, when we have to replace, when next number is smaller than current small, then only we have to replace. Okay. Again I compare small with this number now. What is the next number? 8. Is 8 smaller than -1? No. Right? I will not replace. Now go for comparing next number. Is there any next number? Yes or no? Did you understand what we have done? We have taken a variable called small. We have initially taken first number as small. It is an assumption. Since we have taken first number as small, can I compare small with itself? No. One comparison we are wasting. So what I do is, I compare this small with next number. If next number is smaller, I copy that number here, otherwise I leave it. Okay, then go for comparing small with this. Don't say a of I with a of j or a of I plus 1. No. Okay, I take a variable small that should be holding all the small number. Okay, after comparison. Clear? What is that we have done now? We are just doing comparison, nothing else. How many times we are comparing? How many numbers are there in total? Five. Five or four? Five numbers. How many comparisons we have done? Four. Okay. If n numbers are there, how many comparisons we have to do? N minus 1. With n minus 1 comparison, we can find what is the smallest number. Okay. Now, having understood how to solve this, we have to just design the algorithm. Now, you have to tell me how to design the algorithm. What is the structure to design the algorithm? We have to write algorithm. Okay. What for we are writing algorithms? Smallest number. Smallest. I just give name as small, that's all. Okay. What is the parameter we are passing? What is the input we are passing? Array. So I write array A of, let us say n. Okay. Now what is the input? Tell me. What is the input to this algorithm? List of natural numbers. N natural numbers. Yes or no? We are doing. How do you compare? Tell me. I can write if what is the variable you are trying to compare? With whom you are trying to compare? With whom you are? Small was taken. Okay. This small was compared with next number, next number, next number, next number. Either we replace it or we keep it as. Yes or no? What I should replace? I take, see, how do I assume that first location value is small? I just write small equal to a of 0. Okay, small equal to a of 0. When I do like this number will come and sit in small value. Now this small should be compared with which all numbers? A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4. Yes or no? If this small is less than or greater than? Okay, you tell me. If it is small is less than A of, what is that? A of 1. Okay. Now see, when we replace the value of small, when the next number is big or next number is small? Small it are. Okay. So shall I write like this? If small is bigger than A of I, if small is bigger than A of I, or if A of I is smaller than small, then what we have to do? Small should become what? Now see here. What is the initial value present in small? It is 2. Small is compared with A of 1. What is there in A of 1? 3. Small means what? 2. What is there in A of 1? 3. Is small greater than 3? No. As it is. We should not do anything. Yes or no? Right? We did not do anything. Next we compare small with A of 2. What is there in A of 2? Minus 1. Now see, small is 2, next is minus 1. When this condition is true, what I should do? I have to just write small equal to A of. Is it okay? Right? Yes. Now let us see what happens. Now see here. how many comparisons we have done now? By writing only these two statements, how many comparisons we have done? Only one comparison. We have to do how many comparisons? N minus 1 comparison in this case. So what I should write here? This comparison should execute only once or multiple times. How many times? 4 times. What should be the initial value of I? Are you comparing small with small? No. We compare small with the next number. What should be the first number? 1. What should be the last number? Yes or no? What is n minus 1 in this case? 4. In generally, it can be anything. If 10 numbers are there, last location is. So what I do, before this, I just write for I right from 1 to n minus 1. See, you can write like this also. There are two ways. One is you can just give colon, initial number and last number. This is also same. You can use left side arrow mark also, not a problem. Okay. For I equal to 1 to n minus 1, we do this. I just keep a block here. Okay. Now see here. We will try to trace this, then you can take down this example. What I do is, this algorithm start executing. A of 0 will become small. What is there in A of 0 now? It is 2. Okay. What is I value now? 1. Right? You come here. What is there in small? 2. What is there in A of 1? 3. Is 2 greater than 3? No. Condition true or false? False. This statement executes? No. Is there any other statement after this? No. So what happens? I increments. Even if we don't write I plus plus, what specification says that this for loop, when I is 1, it should do this, then it should go for next number. After that, it should do both the statements, it should go for next number. Okay, specification is like that. Next number is what? 2. Okay. What is there in small? What is there in AR2? Minus 1. Is 2 bigger than minus 1? Yes. What is there in AR1? Minus 1. Minus 1 comes and stores in small. We get something like minus 1. Yes, sir. After doing this, what happens next? I increments. What is the value of I now? Value of I is 3. Right? What is there in small? Minus 1. Is minus 1 bigger than A of 3? What is there in A of 3? 7. Is it bigger? No. Condition failed. This won't execute I increments. What is the value of I now? 4. Okay. What is there in small? Minus 1. Okay. Is minus 1 bigger than A of 4? Will it execute? No. Next I increments. What is I value now? 5. Okay. How long it should run? From 1 to n minus 1. What is n in our case? 5. Okay. So then it will stop. When it stops, the control comes here. Okay. Opening and closing bracket is there. What I should write here? I just say return small. Okay. So this is opening bracket. This is opening bracket. This is body of the algorithm. This is the first statement. This is for loop. Inside for loop, we have just written two statements. Body of this for loop and return small. You can copy this. Okay. This is the first example. What we have to do is, when I come to next class, we will take another example like this, not related to array. One simple example we will take. We will make you think you have to write the algorithm. Okay. Analysis we will see it. First, let us try to understand algorithm. Division A roll number 1. Roll number 1, division A. Roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yes, sir.
7,
Yes, sir.
8, 9, 10.
Present, sir.
Present, sir.
10 is present.
Yes, sir.
9.
Present, sir.
9 is present.
Yes, sir.
11. 12. 13. 14.
Present, sir.
15. 16.
Yes, sir.
17. 18.
Yes, sir.
18 present. 19.
Yes, sir.
20. 21.
Yes,
22.
sir.
23.
Present, sir.
24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30. 31.
Yes, sir.
32. 33.
Yes,
34.
sir.
35. 36.
Present, sir.
37.
Yes, sir.
38. 39.
Yes,
40.
sir.
41. 42.
Yes, sir.
43.
Yes, sir.
44.
Yes, sir.
45.
Yes, sir.
46.
Yes, sir.
46.
Yes, sir.
47. 48. 49.
Present, sir.
50. 50. 52. 53. 54.
Yes, sir.
54. Here also, here also. How come? 55. 56. 57. 58. 59. 60.
Present, sir.
Division B, answer your attendance. Division B, roll number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Present, sir.
6,
Yes, sir.
7, 8, 10, 11, 12,
Yes, sir.
13,
Yes, sir.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
Yes, sir.
19, 20, 21,
Present, sir.
22, 23, 24,
Present, sir.
25, 26, 27,
Yes, sir.
28,
Yes, sir.
29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35,
Yes, sir.
36,
Present,
37,
sir.
38,
Present,
39,
sir.
40,
Present, sir.
41,
Yes, sir.
42, 41 present,
Yes, sir.
42, 43, 44,
Present,
45,
sir.
46, 47,
Yes, sir.
40, 47,
Yes, sir.
48, 49,
Yes, sir.
50,
Yes, sir.
51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56,
Yes, sir.
57, 58,
Yes, sir.
59,
Yes, sir.
60.
Yes, sir.
We will continue in next class. You can go for break 10 minutes. Come back. ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ